Hey folks, Andrew Lee here with Tagiuk Gold. As you can see behind me, we've made some modifications to the sluice boxes. It used to be these were all up high, and we had them up high, about 9 feet off the deck, so that they could funnel together, and because we have to pipe all the material down to the ocean floor. We don't want it falling through the water column because it creates a big turbidity cloud and clouds out the sea life. So we want to keep our turbidity cloud down, but it was pointed out by a surveyor that there's too much flex with having the sluice boxes so high. So we've combined them, stacked them too high. So now it's, instead of 8 pairs long, it's 4 pairs long and 2 pairs high. So we have the sluice boxes up above and the sluice boxes down below. Altogether, this is about 400... altogether this is about 300 yards per hour of capacity. If you follow the Randy Clarkskin study, these are 34 inches wide and they are 8 pairs. But this still isn't stiff enough, so I've mocked up in masking tape how I'm going to add some stiffeners. So these stiffeners, we're going to use 2x2 by 1/4 inch angle iron, and I think with those in place on all these boxes, it'll be plenty stiff enough for the travel up to Nome, as well as for while we're there. Of course, the worst weather this boat will ever experience will be crossing the Gulf of Alaska to get to Nome in the first place. Once we're in Norton Sound, the weather's fine. There's almost nothing that could bother us there. Of course, tell that to the Coast Guard. That's a lot of sluicing area. We actually have enough capacity here so that we can keep one set closed off at all times, and that way we can rotate around which ones are open and just have 7 pairs open at one time, and that is enough to process all the material that we'll be able to run this year. Once we get to Nome, we'll attach the flares and the feed end. And then one problem with making these lower is that, as you can see, we have quite a bit of, as you can see, we have 30 feet of width and only about 2 feet off the deck. So we're going to need to use sand screws to combine the 15 feet over to the middle, and then it can go off the deck. With this modification, we've mounted everything to the C channel on the deck, so we can always bust the welds and move this outboard more if it's too far from the side of the boat. As you can see, we have a good 10 feet of freeboard. That's 8 feet below the plimsoll line, so we should have plenty of capacity there for a funneling system. We'll clean this mess up and get these reinforcements added. It'll be one more step getting us closer to Nome. Alright.